Does The Rock have any good roles in any movie? Like, does he do anything special at all? I feel like he plays the same character every fucking time in every movie that he does. I just don't, I can't wrap my head around why he's even popular. Like, it's just beyond, I don't get it. It feels like an industry plant, I swear to God. And like only NPCs like him, like just normies as fuck. Like, I don't get it. But today we're gonna watch The Rock is losing thousands of fans per hour and why.
It's made WrestleMania's most disliked video ever, and through some terrible podcast appearances, a completely out of touch fundraiser.
Bro, Oprah, the biggest normie on this planet. Like, okay,
and his reputation as a
God.
walking, talking advertisement, the world's fakest celebrity has for the first time ever seen a fall in Instagram followers.
Let me tell you something. This guy is so rich beyond belief that he doesn't give a flying fuck about if he's falling or rising or whatever he does. He only cares about the cash. And that was always the case. That's like 99% of Hollywood. None of them, most of them, don't give a fuck. Not everybody, but most of them don't give a fuck about the fans. They only care about the sponsors, their movies and shit like that. They don't give a flying fuck about you. You need to understand this.
Biggest contributor might be his.
He's getting so old now. He will fall anyways. Like, what do you expect? He's just taking the cash as long as he can.
Endless list of lies on everything from his movie earnings to fast food consumption. For example, back in 2017, The Rock posted this photo.
I've never been to In-N-Out before. I know what an asshole, but when my lovely ladies, blah blah blah, I wanted late night grub, I happily obliged and pulled into the drive-thru. Okay, first time drive-thru. I don't believe it, but okay.
Instagram claiming I've never been to In-N-Out before, which didn't seem all that serious until roughly 5 years later, when in August 2022 he'd post the following video.
This is my first time ever. Oh my god. Oh my god, why? Just why?
The very first time that I have ever tried an In-N-Out burger or In-N-Out fries or anything from In-N-Out.
Why do you need to lie? Like, I don't understand why you need to lie. Can't you just say, I've been to In-N-Out, it was an amazing experience, I wanted to try it again because of the amazing experience I had. Nobody would care. Why do you need to lie? It's your first time. I don't get it. It's just, you need to walk this line that is so thin and you fall down all the time, but you still need to walk it because of the adrenaline and the rush you get. Because you have so much money, nothing else gives you the rush. That's how I feel like.
Therefore claimed for a second time it was my first ever time eating In-N-Out, yet he might not have been guilty given he'd also said this.
Now, I've picked up some In-N-Out burger before for some buddies of mine. I've never tried it, so this is a first.
That would be until December 2023 when the...
Oh, not the third time. Not again. No, there's no way. What the I don't get it.
Rock claimed for a third time he'd had my first In-N-Out.
How is that even possible? How are you this dumb? Just be honest and say, I did it for the amazing pay. And everybody would understand because they would do the same. If In-N-Out gave me like $3 million or $10 million, I would do the same. I would just not lie. Why would you lie?
In-N-Out burger experience, also pretending like he'd never even tried fast food before. I didn't know the lingo, didn't know who to pay, where to pay, didn't know shit.
I didn't know the lingo. What lingo? Just say I want a burger and some fries. Bro, it's no... Is there a lingo in America or something that I don't know about? Where to pay, you literally just swipe the card in the drive-thru. What the fuck is he talking about?
Shit before adding some self-congratulatory comments about leaving a massive tip. This led to mainstream media articles and a 6 million view Penguin Zero video.
This is the third time he's done it. He keeps pretending.
Charlie is the best YouTuber that ever showed on YouTube, that ever graced the fucking face of YouTube. Charlie is a masterpiece. I love this man. I love this man heterosexually.
That he's trying In-N-Out for the first time every couple of years. The other two videos are still on your Instagram page.
Forcing The Rock to change his description by adding,
Oh my god. No, I can't. I can't. What is the song from the Beatles again? Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Dude, you should just let it be, Rock. Just let it be. Just, if you didn't say shit, people will care less. Just move the fuck on. Jesus Christ, he just edited his fucking tweet.
In-N-Out burger experience again. Thanks to the fans who reminded me that I went to In-N-Out years ago and totally forgot about it, but there was another lie that did way more damage.
Okay.
Black Adam was released in December 2020.
I'm surprised that more than 10 people watched this movie. Because when I watched this movie, I literally walked out of the I can't talk. This fucking video makes me speechless. That's how bad it is. I walked off when I watched this movie. That's what I wanted to say.
Yet after its theater run ended, Insider published an article reading, "Box office bust, Black Adam faces theatrical losses." The article explained that the film needed to earn around $600 million worldwide to break even, yet box office experts believe Black Adam will stall out with less than $400 million.
How the fuck did it even make 400 million? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand why it made so much money. Like, it was such a shit movie, I cannot even explain it. I have seen, dude. Oh my god, this only shows me that we like live in a simulated universe. Like, people are not actually real. They're little NPCs. That's how they can watch how this movie made 400 million. Like, that's the only explanation that I can have.
Now the movie stands to lose $50 million to $100 million in its theatrical run, although only 3 days later The Rock was saying the opposite. Waited to confirm with financiers before I shared this excellent Black Adam news. Our film will profit between 52 and 72 million, fact. Also attaching a Deadline article which stated, "There's some snarking going on out there that Black Adam is poised to lose 50M to 100M, and that is simply just not true. The movie is bound to break even and be in the black." Well, it turns out this article was written with false information.
Why would you even talk about it? That's why I love some actors like Keanu Reeves. That he rarely talks about his movies. If he must, he does it for commercial purposes, right? But he rarely talks about it. He's just humble. He doesn't talk about the money aspect. He just talks about how it was to shoot the movie and shit like that. He never talks about the fucking money. Why would you do this? It's so stupid.
Could personally leak to the journalist to make his film seem profitable. After 25 years, we finally found out what The Rock is cooking, the books. But the thing that's really cooking his reputation is perhaps the cooking itself, as The Rock's longest running and most off-putting lies are on the topic of diet and exercise. For example, The Rock claimed to be eating a
Not gonna lie, that's only steroids there. I can see a steroid guy when I see one, and that's it, basically. I don't know if he lied about that too, but it's just how it is. I'm not saying he's well built. I'm not gonna lie. That's some insane fucking muscles, but there's something more there.
Ambitious amount of food.
Anywhere between 6 to, well, I would say possible, almost 8,000 calories a day.
Which was quickly
Jesus
shut down
Christ.
by Greg Doucette.
There is no way The Rock burns off enough calories to average 6,000 to 8,000 calories a day and look like this. If he actually ate those kind of calories, 6,000 to 8,000 a day, he would be 100 pounds overweight.
Who went through The Rock's entire daily diet before adding this.
He described about 3,000 calories, maybe, but where do we get the 6 to 8 total thousand calories?
The Rock also uploaded a raw uncut leg workout, which he called intense and unlike anything I've ever.
This is what I've talked about earlier. Like, why would you lie? Why would you lie? Just say to people, "Hey, I'm taking in 4,000 calories, right? And I work out like this." Like, nobody actually gives a fuck. Just why are you lying? It's almost like he wants to lie to get like the thrill out of it. I don't know.
ever done, which Greg went on to criticize.
But look at the grimaces on his face. Notice how hard he seems to be pushing. This is 2 plates on each side. A man of The Rock's stature, size, and strength, I would believe that this would be a cakewalk. Many bikini competitors could lift this much weight. And I'm not trying to strength shame him here, but I believe that you're lying when you say that this kicked your ass. There is no way that this was difficult for you.
Highlighting The Rock's most notable lie of all.
There's not a fucking chance in hell he's clean.
No.
Not a chance in hell. As
Oh, that's what I talked about earlier. Oh, I love this.
big as The Rock is, at 50,
On the topic of
You can tell he's not clean. Like, if you put the comparison of with a person that is clean and The Rock, you will see the difference. It's so fucking obvious.
steroids, Johnson has said he hasn't touched them since he was 18
I
when he
knew
tried
it.
them before college.
I didn't pre-watch this shit. I swear to God, I knew he's gonna say it. Is this like a pathetic? Like, it's just, he's so pathetic.
Sure, you get a lot of people out there who will suspect and say shit. They want to negate the hard work you put in, although it's strange to see him only getting bigger, despite now
Don't tell me this is all natural with 51 years old. Have you ever seen while you're walking around the streets for your entire life and for your grandfather's life and you for your father's, have they ever seen a person that looks like this at the age of 51? This doesn't exist. You know why? Because they didn't take pills. They didn't take... Yeah, I'm just gonna...
being into his 50s. Eddie Hall
I'm trying to be nice, okay? I'm gonna try to be nice. I'm just getting mad because he's lying for no fucking reason. You could just tell straight up the facts and people will care less.
gave his voice on what Dwayne might be using.
I would believe that The Rock would be on TRT, which is testosterone replacement therapy. A very good thing to do. It's actually very good for you, very healthy for you.
While Joe Rogan theorized he was probably using more,
You can't even get there with HRT. That's not HRT.
which was again echoed by Greg Doucette.
Not only do I not think he's natural, I don't think he's on HRT. I think he's on the kitchen sink. Whatever he can take,
Really?
I think he's on all of it and then some. You don't get big like that into your 50s compared to your 40s and 30s. But you see some photos of him in his 30s, he's way bigger and leaner now.
This has helped him to earn the following title,
The Rock is the fakest celebrity in Hollywood.
and nothing
That's what I'm saying too. He's not maybe the fakest. There are some other people there that can be at the same fucking level as him, but he's up there, bro. He's up there. Like, he's just like he's like a brick in a fucking chess game, and everybody's surrounding him because they want his money and be with him around in Hollywood. But he has no personality. Just nothing about him that is appealing. And I don't understand. I feel like, I know this is a conspiracy theory. I feel like he's like an industry plant. Him and, I'm not gonna say.
justify this harder than The Rock's recent Joe Rogan episode. I was very hyped for this podcast, but it was honestly quite boring. Rock unironically has some serious politician traits with how he takes the middle road and nods his way through anything potentially controversial Joe would say. As mentioned, The Rock tiptoed through the entire episode.
You could tell The Rock just did not want to give his opinion on anything, and he's walking on eggshells. You know, he's definitely worried about saying anything controversial or getting canceled.
Additionally, The Rock avoided controversy by controlling every topic, leading to other comments such as, Rock has asked Joe about 100 questions so far, and I don't think Joe has asked Rock a single one. Joe is doing all the talking about the same old shit and I'm about to fall asleep. The whole episode just felt kind of weird, not only because of Joe previously calling The Rock a steroid user, but because The Rock had
That's what I don't get about American culture. I'm not trying to bash anybody, but I don't understand that I see a lot of things in American TV where they talk shit about each other. When they actually meet, they are not saying shit to each other. That's not how it works in Europe and in Serbia. Like, I'm from Serbia. That's not how it works. Like, if you have something to say it one-to-one to a man directly. Don't say it behind somebody's back.
called Joe Rogan out himself. I thought The Rock disowned Joe during the whole N-word incident. Back in 2022 when Joe posted this iconic video, The Rock
Perfect, articulated. Look forward to coming on one day, breaking out the tequila.
Stood firmly behind him by writing, "Great stuff here, brother. Perfectly articulated. Looking forward to coming on one day and breaking out the tequila with you," although his support was met with backlash. Dear The Rock, you're a hero to many people, and using your platform to defend Joe Rogan, a guy that used and laughed about using the N-word dozens of times, is a terrible use of your power. Have you actually listened to this man's
Dawn Winslow is a Twitter girl, I would say. He's a Twitter bitch, and people that say this shit are just bitches in general. If you care, how much time do you have on your hands to care about this shit? Shut the fuck up. Like,
many racist statements about black people, causing The Rock to
yes, he was racist in the past. Like, you're gonna, yeah, that I'm not saying that's good, that's terrible, right? But how many people do you know that have not said some insane shit when they were younger, when they didn't were in the same mindset as they are now? They said some stupid shit, and you need to live on. But you go to the past and bash people for it, Don. Shut the fuck up, you little fucking bitch.
instantly. Dear Don Winslow, thank you so much for this. I hear you as well as everyone here 100%. I was not aware of his N-word use prior to my comments, but now I've become educated to his complete narrative. Learning moment for me, showing he'd cave from the smallest bit of criticism. The Rock
And that's what I'm saying. He's just like a normie god. He's like the god for normies, for like NPC characters. He's just like, oh, he wants to apply to everybody. He wants to be like everybody else. He just wants to, everybody needs to love him.
was the most sanitized, neutered, safe person I've ever heard audio of. Not one real opinion. He was like
Exactly. Thank you, Nate B4543.
the breathing version of ChatGPT in 10 years.
Exactly, thank you.
The Rock might be physically strong, but clearly has no public backbone, and nothing showed this more comically than his recent Maui controversy. After the island was burnt by fires, The Rock and Oprah launched the People's Fund of Maui, contributing $5 million each before asking the public to donate.
So we appreciate any support that you can give. What do I do? What do I do? This is what you do. The People's Fund of Maui.
The comments have since been turned off
Okay, so far so good, not that bad.
completely, yet they once echoed the sentiment, math ain't mathing with this one. You guys literally have so much money. You can donate it and make it back within a year.
Yeah, that is true, but they can still ask people for money on top of the money if they gave any. If they didn't give any, that's the problem.
Now, The Rock didn't need to respond. His $5 million donation
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he gave $5 million to that shit, he can also ask for money in the top of that. That's even better, right?
was already extremely generous,
Yeah.
yet once again he couldn't handle the backlash and uploaded a video claiming he'd done the wrong thing.
When we first launched the fund, there was some backlash, and I want to address and acknowledge that backlash right now.
That's what I'm saying. Just let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Just move the fuck on, please. Just don't. Why are you making these videos? Just, you donated $5 million. Good job. Very nice job. You ask people for even more money. You could have just said, ask people for more money, because what is wrong with getting more on top of those 5 million? Like,
To say about that. I get it, and I completely understand. And I could have been better. And next time I will be better.
The Rock doesn't even feel like a real person anymore. He's basically just a walking business, with the whole walking billboard mentality becoming increasingly obvious to everyone.
He only has one mode, and that's sales mode.
For example, he simply had to celebrate his sold-out wrestling match with a massive swig of tequila. And what about the drink of choice for his first time trying In-N-Out? Well, again, 2 straight shots of his own brand of alcohol. Not
I don't blame that. Like, most of us would have done the same. They brand their own products. They take their own products. They wear their own products. They drink and eat their own products. It's not that is the problem. The problem is he has no personality on top of that. He sells for everything, and any little controversy that he has, he's apologizing because he is afraid to get cancelled. There's no personality there. There's nothing there.
believable. But what about this wholesome video where he pulls up to a tour bus? You guessed it, it's actually an ad.
We're building our second distillery, and we are the largest employer of everybody in Jesus Maria. I love Jesus Maria. Thank you, brother. Did you try the tequila?
By scrolling to any part of his Instagram, you can see that around 75% of his posts are sponsored, and the nickname Dwayne the Ad Johnson is therefore perfectly fitting. This, combined with everything else, has severely wounded his image. However, his recent actions with the
Like I said, I don't care about the ads. It's not that big of a deal for me. It's just more the lack of personality that strikes me.
WWE have dealt the final blow. On the 23rd of January 2024, The Rock became a WWE board member and a voice for what takes place in the show. The Rock ensured the audience.
That is pretty fucking huge. That's insane.
At my
I did
core,
not
I'm a
know
builder who builds for and serves the people, although so far he hasn't served anyone beside himself. How much, you ask? Well, you'll need a bit of backstory. Roman Reigns was WWE champion for roughly 3 whole years, although it was hinted that the widely adored Cody Rhodes would be next to take the title. The two had a long-running feud, so their matchup
I never liked WWE. I never understood why people like it. I don't understand. I'm just not a fan.
seemed perfect, and Cody had just won the Royal Rumble, the winner of which normally goes on to face the champ. Well, after all the hype had built, Cody Rhodes unexpectedly told Roman he didn't want to face him, randomly subbing himself out for The Rock, who...
Isn't this just all acting? Like, why are people caring that much? I don't understand. I'm sorry, I'll just leave a comment if you understand. I just don't get it.
Had no place in the story. Suspiciously, this was only 10 days after Dwayne became a board member, with many
Oh, I see.
believing The Rock had simply written himself into their feud. The highlight therefore gained
So he puts himself in there. Oh,
over 700,000 dislikes, being given the title of the most hated WWE move ever, since the highlight is now the WWE's most disliked video. The backlash was so severe that the story was totally changed, with Cody successfully beating Roman in April.
You know what this reminds me of? You know, 2 people fighting, 2 kids fighting. There's like a third guy that has nothing to do with it. Just goes in there and just starts fighting himself. And both of them are like, who the fuck are you and what are you doing here?
After which The Rock announced he was leaving. The story led some fans to state, I swear.
Or 2 people laughing. There's like a third wheel that comes in there, like starts laughing. They like look at him weird. They're like, what the fuck are you laughing? But you're not even inside of the circle.
I haven't watched this much wrestling in years, although The Rock's personal following hasn't been so healthy. Only 12 months ago, The Rock was gaining 5 million followers per month.
That's insane. That's crazy. 5 million, just Jesus.
Although through everything discussed in this video, The Rock is now losing fans for the very first time ever.
Deserved. 100% deserved. I never liked. I don't get it. Like I said earlier, it's just like NPC behavior. Why people like him is beyond me. It's like playing Oblivion. Hello, stranger. Let's look at The Rock Johnson. That's just how it feels like. Hope you liked my reaction. If you did, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. And make sure to subscribe.